CPGM.com is the website. Couch Potato General Manager is the YouTube channel. You know it because you are on it. We are here to talk about CPGM's Top 50 Prospect Board 2019 edition.
Yeah, how we did it, CPGM Headley, myself, I made my own personal top 50. CPGM Drew also made his top 50. We mashed together, made a consensus top 50, and our number one prospect
is Quinnen Williams,
defensive tackle. What do you see on tape, Drew?
I see heavy hands, quick hands. I see a guy who's explosive. I see a guy who dominates the line of scrimmage. I see a guy who can play anywhere on the line of scrimmage. When you talk about Alabama and you talk about that defense, there's always a bevy of talent on the defensive line and behind. But this guy, he was the main cog. He was the main cog. He was the guy who kept the linebackers clean. He was the guy who cleaned up messes. He was the guy who made messes in the backfield. He was a special talent, man.
Yeah, what I saw, it was his first step quickness. I think it's number one in the class. It's unlike any other player. The leverage. He gets through blocks like he's not getting blocked. And he disrupts a lot of plays in the backfield. And, you know, you mentioned the guys that came before him, Jonathan Allen, Deron Payne. And he had to sit because, you know, those guys were you know, upperclassmen. But this guy, I think, is probably better than both those guys.
I can agree to that. And I think he's a combination of both players, that he can offer what those two players have in spades. You know, when you talk about defensive linemen, the one thing that you don't often see is a guy who's always moving, always bouncing, always going after it. This is a 300-pound man running around. There's times where he's making plays, running plays down past linebackers, secondary, you know, and other linemen. It's a high motor. He's not willing to give anything to anyone. You know, he's the type of guy who he's going to wear you down from the first play to the last play.
You know, the scary thing about Williams is I think he still has a little more room to grow. He's not even at his best yet, which is really scary. His lower body works in unison with his upper body, like you said, his hands. And I talked about his first step quickness. It just mirrors well together. And then his optimal position, Alabama had him playing 5 technique, 3 technique, had him playing all over the defensive line. But to me, 3 technique is his optimal position at the next level. I think he could be a star there. I think he could be a double-digit sack guy there.
Aaron Donald-like.
You know, a lot of people say maybe he should put on some more weight, you know, to take on some double teams. But I think he could actually lose weight and become a more dominant force because of his quick first step.
Yeah, no, we were talking about it off air, and you know, when I'm looking at him, and I have it in my notes too, is where would he play best? 4-3, where he doesn't have to take on double teams all the time, where, you know, the guy next to him, whether it be the end or the tackle next to him, can take on a double team. He can be one-on-one, one-gap scheme, quick move inside, destroying plays, you know, rearranging the backfield. When he gets drafted, there's a chance he's going to play 3-4 nose tackle or do what he did at Alabama, all over the place. But I want to see him at his best in a 4-3, 3 technique, one-gap scheme, not a whole lot of responsibility. Yeah. You know, that 2-gap scheme stuff is, man, just I know he can do it. I know he can do it.
Yeah.
But I think playing 4-3, 3 technique is where he's going to eat.
He could go as early as number 1 and as late as number 4. I don't think he's getting past Oakland at number 4.
Right, he can't go to number 5 to the Bucks, where they can just say goodbye to Gerald McCoy and the $13 million and slide him right next to Vita Vea.
No, he's not. He's not passing number 4.
I'm just living a dream, huh?
I think so.
Okay. As a number 1 prospect, these top, I'd say 5 guys, when you talk about, you know, their weaknesses, we're just nitpicking. You got to find something. You got to look for something. You got to have something. You got to have a weakness. Got to have it. Everybody's got a weakness. What's Superman's weakness?
Kryptonite.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. For him, what I saw on tape, when he's doing a twist or a stunt, there's sometimes where he's just kind of thinking through it.
He's only a 1-year producer. You know, like I said earlier, he sat behind Allen and Payne, so he only has 1 year of production. So that's another, you know, nitpicking on Quinnen Williams.
And that may coincide with what I just said about his weakness. So, you know, just more practice, just more play, doing it consistently, constantly. And with NFL coaching, you can only you would think that's going to get better, right? I mean, This is his career. He's going to be doing it for the next, I don't know, 10 plus years. You hope so.
Yeah.
I can only assume it's going to get better. And then when you talk about, you know, other players he's going to be playing with, they can coach. You know, you get coaching through coaches, and you get coaching with other players, veteran players who've done it.
There you have it, man. That's our breakdown on Quinnen Williams. I said Quinnen. I'm in my head with the Quinnen.
You were clean right there, but you could have got away with that.
There you have it. That's our breakdown on Quinnen Williams. He's our #1 overall prospect.